And in the fullness of time, God looked down on the crown jewel of his creation. And he said, these people are the apple of my eye, but somehow they managed to screw everything up all the time. So I'm gonna have to go down there and fix this thing myself. So God sent a Savior. You can participate. When I say, so God, you respond, send a Savior. Let's practice one time. So God, there it is. God said, the man I've made has made a mess of my image, distorted my intentions, and diluted my instructions. Humanity has been reduced to naked shame, eyes wide open, beholding a once wide open paradise, now locked up tightly, unable to re-enter because the rebellion reset the parameters. So God said, I need somebody with nimble fingers, somebody who sews more than fig leaves, somebody who can seamlessly weave the broken hearts of humanity back to the loving purpose they were created for. Someone to silence the lies of all the snakes in their lives. Someone whose mouth has never tasted the poisonous bite of forbidden fruit. Someone to pull the tree of the knowledge of good and evil up by its roots and carry it on his back. So God sent a Savior. God said they need a chain breaker. The cries of my people in bondage are rising up before me, and the sounds of their wailing have pierced the portals of heaven. So I'm sending a deliverer to put an end to their days of back-breaking brick making. God said they need somebody who can deliver them from dungeons, addictions, corners, and caves, from all the things that have made them enslaved. They need somebody who sees the dry ground clear through a sea of fear. Somebody who won't just stretch out his staff, but will reach out with nail-pierced hands. So God said they need a prophet, a messenger, who means to make it abundantly clear, my God is Yahweh. When the small gods have failed, I need a smasher of Baals. Somebody who can make a fool of every idol they've tried to lift their hearts to. God said, I need somebody who won't bow a knee to greed, who won't bow a knee to it's all about me, who won't worship status, position, or things, who can call down fire and then make it rain, unafraid to taunt the enemy, proclaiming prophetically, turning the affection of my people away from what's worthless and back to my love. So God sent a Savior. God said they need a rescuer, someone who won't board the first boat bound for increased convenience, who won't forestall or flee. They need a rescuer with a heart like me, consumed with compassion and abounding in love. God said, I need somebody to prepare a table in dark places, to invite the castaway and the thrown away, to let them know I am there. God's speaking to somebody right now. I am there. Even when they cause their own storms, when they inflict their own pain, when they end up in the belly of their self-imposed suffering, they need someone who will never need but always offer a second chance. Someone to plunder the depths of death and distribute the riches of my grace to the ends of the earth. So God sent a Savior. God said they need an overcomer. They need somebody who has a clean closet that is skeleton free, a story with no imperfections, a heart with no ill motives, someone with steadfast sincerity and relentless resolve, a perfect lamb with the kind of confidence that makes its bed in the midst of lions, somebody who can grab fear by the throat and render it powerless, who will shut the mouths of every liar, wield the hearts of kings, and silence the roar of every enemy. Somebody who can pray prayers and sweat blood in gardens of Gethsemane. So God sent a Savior. I love this one. God said they need a water walker whose voice stills winds and waves. A man with perfect faith to narrate the rise and fall of chaotic conditions and to point the way through clouds of doubt. When the boat is breaking up and storms are raging on and visibility is getting worse, they need someone steady on his feet, trained to tread on the surface of the deep. Somebody who refuses to accept that walking is an activity reserved just for dry land, who believes living fluid and walking in faith go hand in hand. Bold enough to place the ball of his foot onto the uncertainty of water. A peace speaker with a firm grip, strong enough to catch a slipping, sinking soul and carry the one that wavers back to the boat. So God sent a Savior. God said, I need a perfect son with the skills to lead a search party for every runaway and renegade. Somebody to retrieve and redeem all my lost sons and daughters. To remind the world that no matter what they've done, where they've been, no matter how low they fall into the pig's pen, they still have a chance to be called my kids. Somebody who knows how to throw a welcome back party for the prodigal. Willing to light the grill and kill the calf in celebration of the one who still smells like the swine he slept with last night. Willing to bury the rebellion of the world in the righteousness of his redemption. So God sent a Savior. Don't get bored, I'm almost home, because on the third day, 1, 2, 3, God said, I need a grave robber. Somebody who can bear to be bruised by the knuckles and maligned by the heckles of sinful men that he himself created, and stare back into their faces of stone with a compassion carved more deeply than the canyons he constructed with a word, and not utter a word, but be silent before the shearers like a sheep sent to the slaughter. Somebody who can be beaten beyond recognition and buried in a borrowed tomb and still get up with the presence of mind to fold the strips of linen he's leaving behind. God said, I need a morning person. A morning person to wake up after 3 days and stretch a little and then roll his own stone away. Somebody to change the game of hide and seek and say, don't come to this grave looking for me. Who will walk into the octagon and hand death its first and final defeat. God said, I need a hero, a conqueror who knows where death and hell keep the keys and has the power to shake them down and take them by force. Stand up, help me preach this thing. The one who strips shame bare and exchanges it for grace. The one who shatters every shackle and with one word liberates. The one who revives lost passion for the greatness of his name. The one who redirects intentions, making every path straight. The one who descends into the depths and stares fear in his face. The one who walks beyond every doubt and against the wind stands unafraid. The one who recovers sons and daughters and restores their rightful place. He is the resurrection. He is the life, and he lives beyond the grave. Our God sent a Savior. His name is Jesus. Come on and shout if you love it.